my father's out there. His name is Marsh Howell, and he's out there. And they did us the same way also. They took us when we first got in there, they took us to a plot that wasn't his. So they asked us to get back in the car, and they took us around the curb to another plot that wasn't digged up or anything. They just got out there and left them out there, and they said what they had to say to us. And they said we were free to go. And we left. We stood around for a minute to see where he was going to be buried. I don't know where my father is out there. We left his cast and body still sitting there when we left. And when we went out there, wasn't nobody never there. So I don't know where my father is.
And when was this again, ma'am?
This here was in June. We buried him June 22nd, 2013.
What's that not knowing? What's that like, not knowing where your dad's at?
It's a hurting feeling. I can't go out there and see him. To even speak with him, put flowers on his grave because I don't know where he at.
And who he's sharing space
with? And I don't know where he at. And I want to know where he at.
What was your father's name again?
Marshall Howard.
Marshall. Tell me a little bit about him.
He was a hard-working man. Worked on his job for 47 years. He was a husband to my mother, Mary Ellis. And he took care of us. And he left us to take care of him, to see about him now. We can't even go out there to even let him know that we've been there. We can't go put no flowers on his grave. We can't even go clean his grave because we don't know where he is.
I understand that y'all weren't aware of where your family's bodies were buried, but were y'all aware at all of any of the accusations that have come forth since, as far as multiple bodies in graves or crushed caskets or any of that? Did y'all have any evidence of that?
Well, we went out there, but my nephew's out there, Marquis Whitley. He's out there. He passed in May of 2010. He passed in May. We went out there Memorial Day to speak with him, and we couldn't find his plot nowhere. We still looking. We can't find him nowhere. So Memorial, when we got out there, we went to the little building where they got out there. They wouldn't let us in. They were looking out for things. They wouldn't let us in. So my husband, him and my nephew now went checking over the whole grave site. So behind where he's supposed to be in is a field back there. And they seen caskets where they were crunching them up and, stolen cars, vehicles behind there and everything, So we lost about him also. We don't know where he is. We've been going out there for the last 3 years.
One more question.
Like I said, I feel like it's unfair to my mother. It's unfair to any family member that has to go through what we're going through. On our situation, they took us out there to Galilee. The funeral director and them, they did not dismiss the family. They shook my uncle's hand, gave him a little bag with this book that you signed at the funeral home, and they left. When I looked around, all I seen was dirt, the hearse and everything. It was just a hearse, and the funeral director, they took off and left us there. There was no grave where my mother was sitting under the tent. Her casket was sitting there, and we could, like I said, we could have spent the night out there with her casket all night. We stayed out there almost like an hour with her casket. We touched the casket, kissed her, told her we loved her. And we just left out there like little lost children or something. And then furthermore, like I said, that's disrespectful. That's not a funeral. It's not right. A funeral is when you go the body, you get to see the body going around, you know where that person is at. We didn't get that, none of that. And when I asked about where she was going to be buried at, the funeral director told me he didn't know. So we floating around the clouds not knowing anything. My father, he's sick. He wants to buy a headstone for my mother, but why buy it when we don't know where to go put it?